Hello, Raving Lunatic here. I am here with an unboxing. I am unboxing my brand new Mani from SCHIIT Audio. It's actually arrived here a lot sooner. I was not expecting this here today. I'm eager to open this. If you don't know what this is, it's a dedicated phono amp, but I'm not sure if I can play actually any music with it on camera because it might get me copyright flagged. I'm not sure how it works with music. I think you can play like a few seconds of a track, but you can't. I don't know. I might drop a needle. You never know. This is my nice little knife. Let's see how this opens. This is actually my third SCHIIT product. Current SCHIIT stack. We got the that's the Magni. Oh no, it's the Madi multi-bit and the Magni Uber. Mostly got the Uber because I want it to match the multi-bit, the finish and everything to look very nice. If you get, it just bothered me to have one looking nice and the other to be the regular. But I love them. They're very good. I'll probably do a proper video on them at some point. There it is. Knew I was missing it. Still pretty sealed. Where else we got sealing? Right. Yeah. Oh, it's just packed really tight. Alright, got our manual instructions, yada yada, in, out, ground wire, on, off, power, 16 back. Pretty simple stuff. They all come with this sort of thing, and there she is. These things are so pretty every time I fucking open one for the first time. Alright, so let me get some better lighting on these. I don't want to turn on actual lights. My lights, they're a bit shiny and reflect. I think this lighting's good for showing this off. Maybe. I can only see on my little feed camera thing. The Magni, phono, reamp. There's your plugins, in, out, ground, power, switch. Pretty simple. Very sleek, very simple, but nice. I love them. I love the SCHIIT products. They look like they're built to do what they're meant to do and not much else, which is what they are. I guess that's all I can really unbox it. It's not as interesting as the DAC and I guess I can show off the DAC too while I'm at it. Might as well. I gotta unplug it though. This is the Madi multi-bit. It is quite nice. It has the digital out. Of course the USB for hooking in left-right audio. I even got the what do you call it? They even got their overpriced audio cables because normal RCA cables are kind of an eyesore, and it just made this whole thing look off. But this is the Madi multi-bit power. Not much to say about it. They're very good, especially for the money. Like if you're curious about multi-bit, I think this is the best way to get your feet wet with it because it's just $100 more than the Uber, and you definitely want the Uber. I think. This, it doesn't matter as much. This is the Magni to Uber amp. This one's not as important if you get the Uber. If you're not using it as a preamp, you're mainly getting it for the nicer finish. Though if you are getting Uber 1, you should get the Uber 2 because I think they stack better. Or like one with a nice finish, essentially. Actually, this is made out of the other finish. See, this is what I think the other ones come on. I don't have one with the other finish. Mine are all Ubers or multi-bit, so they have the nicer finish. Yeah. But these are really good. This is perfect. Before this, I don't have too much experience. Before this, I was just using the ODAC by JDS Labs. I'm gonna go hook it in, and I will be right back. About to drop it. Got it all set up. Got my shit together. All set up. I think I can only drop. I'm only not going to drop for any track longer than 10 seconds. I got Lana Del Rey's Born to Die 2 LP off to the Shadia double LP. Not that single. Sorry, the facial recognition on the camera is picking up Lana. That shit always cracks me up when the facial recon starts picking up posters and shit. The fucking PlayStation 4i occasionally picks up posters in my background. Don't explode! It doesn't explode, that's a good sign when shit doesn't explode. I'm gonna drop it, turntable into my room, my new room, when I set up. It wasn't really factored in when I've been living here for a long time. And when I originally get here, I didn't have a turntable, so I didn't think to have like a shelf dedicated to it. but I will when I move. Alright, let's drop a track. Alright, it's Born to Die. I'm literally, don't get mad, but I'm only going to do it for a few seconds because I don't want to take the chance. And you probably won't hear much benefit over recording. Alright. Let's drop it like it's hot. It's so clear and so... Oh. Okay, that was some Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. I'm going to put on some Metallica next. My first thoughts is, as I've heard from other people, it is brighter. That is the first thing you notice for sure, because I wasn't even positioned right when I dropped the needle. I had to walk over here, sit. Alright, that was Metallica. Same thing. The sound definitely packs more punch. Things sound more robust and just more well-rounded. Especially Lana Del Rey did too on the video game song. Let's see, listen to Fuel and The Memory Remains. They're both significantly improved. Those two I wanted to listen to first because I had most recently listened to those, so they were the freshest in my memory, especially Lana Del Rey. I had listened to it last night, so it was still pretty fresh up here. One thing I just want to interject really quickly, now that I'm listening to Nirvana, there's a wider sound stage on this. It's a lot, the instruments sound, it all sounds like there's just more room to breathe for the instruments. Things don't sound as congested and as, I don't know, everything's bright, rounder, smoother, bigger. Alright, back to Nirvana. I got one more I want to put on. I think this person's particularly great on vinyl, or this artist. Without further ado, it's like one of the best vinyls ever to put on and just listen to on rainy days, or any day, really. Alright, so that was some music. It's pretty good. Some vinyls were more noticeable than others. Portishead stood out as being significantly improved. Better bass. Some of the tracks seem like they lacked bass before. And in general, the bass seems to pack more punch. It's more robust and just fuller sounding. And it does just have this smoothness to it. Overall, the sound sounds very smooth. Especially if you put on some trip hop. That's why I ended up throwing on some Portishead at the end. I like it. Right out the gate, it's a significant improvement. It's easily worth, I think I paid $120, 15 plus shipping, easily worth it. I don't think you can do better for the price. One thing I should probably mention, it has a couple gain switches on the back. it's set pretty well for it. You might have to do some tweaks to yours. It has load. 2 gain switches, high and low, gain 1 high, gain 2 low. Actually, it has 4 altogether. And then 2 additional load switches. I don't think I have to tweak mine any. It should be good as is. I'll look into it a bit more, but I think it's set good for my kind of cartridge. That's my unboxing, my first impressions on the SCHIIT Mini. Look at that bad boy. I think this is real important to show off. A lot of times when I see people do these unboxings, they do not show off the back. When I look into a product like this, I like to know what kind of inputs it has. And there you can see it for yourself. Left, right, in and out, round. Power, the switch. Also, this one's a bit more sensitive electricity-wise. Be careful flipping it on and off. You want to flip this on and let it run for a second. Don't want to just plug it in straight out, let it run on its own. Then, plug in your music. But this runs into your receiver, so be careful switching it off. Make sure you don't have power running to this when this switch is off. Switch this off after you switch off your amp, essentially is what I'm saying. And then when you switch it on, let this run for a second before you start switching other things into it. The music, let this run for a second. It's in the manual, and they're very clear about that. Overall, the build quality, I don't think I need to talk about their build quality. It's consistent across the board. If you've seen any of the SCHIIT products, the Mani, the Madi, the Valhalla, anything, they're all built very well. A very solid metal frame, metal design. They feel sturdy. They don't feel like they're going to break. If you've ever bought a SCHIIT product, then you're familiar with it. It's made like a non-Uber though, I think. I don't actually own any non-Ubers, but the material doesn't look quite the same as my multi-bit Madi or my Uber Magni. It looks slightly like darker metal. I don't know if they have an Uber version of this. I didn't see one. It's just weird because it's the only one that isn't made out of the material. So like you put them all 3 together, it stands out a bit. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But first impressions, I love it. It's easily worth the money. $129, I think it was. Yeah, it's a fairly not too pricey, but worthwhile upgrade you can make to your turntable system setup. If you don't already have a preamp, but if you're using your built-in preamp or you don't already have one. Mine has a built-in one and I need to full-on remove it, but that's, if I haven't mentioned before, I gotta do that. That's gonna be like a day I set aside in a week or so to do it. I got a soldering gun, solder, I just gotta do it. Gotta schedule out the time. Now I wanna take my time doing it, because don't want to fuck up your turntable doing something like that. Oh, real quick though, I just ordered from Waxworks a Leon the Professional limited edition vinyl. That's like one of my favorite movies. I get it on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K remastered Blu-ray, limited edition. Always the international version. Even before it was commonplace, I tracked down a copy. I'll show that off when it comes. That'll be cool. I also have some other LPs on the way that should be coming soon. I got Tricky's new one coming. I'll talk about that when it comes. I got Lana Del Rey's Lust for Life one, which already released, but the LP hasn't yet. And I got Bjork's new single on the way, and I got a greatest hits of hers on the way, but that's not new. But Tricky and the Bjork one and Lana, I might give my thoughts on. But overall, that's it. This just been an unboxing and my first initial thoughts, impressions, and some samples of the music I listened to right out the gate. I'm going to do some house chores and spend the rest of the night just listening. I'm going to finish off the Portishead album and then, just really give it a run through. I just got off of work too. I have to just do a few things. Alright, but that's it. I'm out. Later.